Yo, what's up Banter fam? Welcome to yet another masterclass. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you my secrets, my tools, and my strategies on how I manage to do it in a short period of time. First thing I need you to do, smash this like button, then smash the subscribe button and the notification bell. Join the best community in the world. Now secondly, if you are looking to open any new accounts, make sure to use the links below in the description, as that will qualify you for any giveaways, any specials on the show, and it will show the channel a lot of love. Now in the show, I'm going to be showing you a very important thing called a continuation candlestick pattern. You see them all the time in the show, and these help you guys. They help you understand, should I hold on to my trade or should I be exiting? We're losing some sort of steam. They give you great massive structure. Now let's get into it. Remember, the show is sponsored by ByBit. Let's do it. So Banter fam, what are continuation candlestick patterns? Guys, these I show on the show all the time. I show all these flags, I show all these things. Now I want to show you how important these actually are. Now we know those market trends, right? And these usually play out a lot when the market is trending strongly upwards or it's trending downwards. And that's in the word. They want to indicate that this trend is going to continue. So what usually happens is we have a strong momentum push in either direction. Price then slows down. And when it slows down, it starts to stall. And then what happens is we look to break out and continue that actual momentum that we were continuing before. Now, why does this happen? Firstly, guys, it allows the indicators to reset. It allows your RSI to reset. It allows your moving averages to reset. Remember, nothing will always move directly in a straight line. We're always going to move. We're going to form some sort of pattern, look to break out and continue the momentum in that way. Now remember, these are not guaranteed, but this is how you want it to play out. You want it to show you that's continuing. Now, why is this important, guys? Because if that pattern fails, it gives you then an indication, maybe I should start exiting the trade, or I should start being very cautious because it's not playing out. You know, we may not continue anymore, and it just gives you that little bit of understanding of where we are. Or it is saying we are playing out, we have breakout, now I can either enter some more, I can add to my bag to this position, and then you know where you're basically looking at. Now, guys, if you look at this basic diagram over here, the main concept is we have the trend will come into a pattern, we will form some sort of pattern, and rule goes, the direction that we enter the pattern is the direction we should be exiting the pattern. So we'll come in, we'll form the pattern, we'll break out, and then continue the actual trend. Now, if we jump into this main diagram over here, this gives you the basic view of majority of the ones that we personally use, and I think the most common ones that you're going to see many times in your trading career. You can see we clearly have a bullish and a bearish view of these. You can see they look the same, they're just in different directions. And we got bull flags, we have bull pennants, we have wedges, and we got horizontal flags as well as the bearish ones the same. They look the same, they're just working in the opposite sort of direction. Remember, bulls, bears. Now, if I jump and I'll show you this now, how they look on the actual charts with candlesticks. Now, here is a basic concept of a bullish flag. Do you see how we had strong momentum? We then went into a pattern, and then we broke out and we continued the momentum. So the bulls drove this up. We then had the bears slow it down a little bit. We had the RSIs reset. We then exited the trade beautifully. We broke out and then we continued. And then you can see we have the bearish view. The exact same, just the opposite. And you can see the bears were in control. They had a really strong momentum push to the downward side. We then started forming the pattern. We broke through and continued. So you can see we entered this direction, we exited this direction. Then we jump onto the actual wedges. And you can see this is a clear bullish wedge. Strong break up, form the pattern, indicators reset, exit, continue the same momentum we moved in. Same with the bearishness. We entered in, we formed the pattern, we had the clean breakouts. We then look at the horizontal flags. You can see, guys, these are all very similar. They just come in different shapes and sizes sometimes, and you just need to be able to identify that. We then have the bullish horizontal flag, where we come in strong, really strong momentum, price slows down, it hovers, very similar highs, very similar lows. We then break out, test, and continue. And that's a really good view. And then you can see the bearish side. Same pattern, guys, just different direction. Strong push down, We then hovered, same highs, same lows, and then we smashed through the bottom and we continued. We then have the basic pennants. You can see how many times I use these on the show. I think they're great. They're really, really good. I love buying confirmations and I love buying breakouts of these. And as you can see, we come in strong direction. We then zigzag in this sort of level. We zigzag, zigzag, and we look to break through. And when we break through, then we continue the strong momentum. And the exact same thing with the bearish pennants, where the bears are in control. We zigzag in this format, we break out and we give. And this is why we love the concept of buying on supports and buying on breakout of trends, because it gives you some sort of structure. Now, I want to jump onto the actual chart chain. I want to show you guys on, where do you see these things and how do you see them? Guys, these happen when the market is moving. And you can see very clearly. You can see when Bitcoin was trending in the zone over here. Look how we formed this beautiful flag to the bottom side over there. What happened? We entered the pattern, we played the pattern out, and we exited the pattern beautifully. We then had the second view over here, where the bears started getting control, right? We then formed a beautiful flag or beautiful falling wedge, a rising wedge, sorry. And then you can see how we continued the pattern. So we entered, we exited, beautiful. Then we can see over here, same thing. Look at this beautiful flag. Bulls are in control. We form the flag. We then have the beautiful breakout of that zone. So do you see what they do? Remember, we're going to be using indicators before that to get those beautiful entries. But once you're in, now you're rallying. Now we form the pattern. We want to break a certain point to continue that pattern. All of a sudden, we don't break it. It might give you a little hint, maybe take some profits. You know what I mean? Or look after the portfolio and see how it gives you a nice structural view of that. Now, remember, guys, ByBit is the sponsor of the show. And I'm going to be showing you guys that you are able to actually draw these charts on your ByBit charts when you are in the actual exchange. Now, this is on the derivative future side, which is leverage, which I will never tell anyone to be doing leverage, guys, unless you are super, super, super skilled and you have structure and you're using money that you can lose, you can afford to lose. Then you can be playing out. So please, please, please do not do this if you do not know how to actually run it and look after yourself. But you can see they give you a nice trading view form as well. So when you're looking to put in your orders and your exits, you're able to draw these flags too. You're able to then catch out these breakouts and buy them on nice little market executions or something like that and look after yourself. So guys, that's it for the show. Keeping it simple, keeping it easy, and keeping it accurate for you. So let's have a quick recap of the show. Now remember, what are these continuation patterns? Remember that something will trend, it will enter a pattern, and then we want it to exit the same direction. If it doesn't, it's giving you a nice little warning sign. Remember why? It's going to teach you to either hold my trades longer or start exiting, start looking after my actual money. And thirdly, remember, how do we do it? Always refer back to the videos. Remember, this whole masterclass series is there for you to always have the information. You can always fall back on it, keeping it simple, keeping it easy for you.